Good day, esteemed viewer. You're right on to the power circuit. This program is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to apprise you of activities in the Nigerian power sector. As you begin this year, please ensure you have your plans written out. And as you follow through, you can just tick the box. I am your anchor, Amara Agugesi, and together, let's succeed this year. To begin, let's walk through the headlines. We will start by bringing you a report on the priority TCN accords to human capital growth as it inaugurates a new Health, Safety and Environment Committee. Rules Working Group harmonizes procedures for Nigeria's electricity market efficiency. Management of TCN records progress on Umuahara Transmission Substation project in Ebonyi. Finally, in this edition, a status report has shown that TCN is investing in critical areas to improve the Nigerian power transmission system. Let's have the reports as they unfold. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has again resolved to uphold the highest interest regarding its most valuable asset, which is human capital. True to this, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has inaugurated the TCN Health, Safety and Environment Committee at the company's corporate headquarters in Abuja.
In his opening address, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, said members of the committee were drawn from various departments in the company to work towards ensuring the health and safety of staff and stakeholders. TCN has the goal of ensuring zero man-hour loss and strive for operational duration without lost time incidents.
Today is quite significant for me and for the organization as a whole as we mark our collective commitment to the well-being of our most valuable asset, which is our employees. As the Managing Director and Chief Accounting Officer, I want to affirm that staff safety, health and environmental well-being is not negotiable. This commitment is not just to staff at the headquarters, but also for all our staff in our regional offices across the nation.
The TCN helmsman elucidated on the terms of reference given to the committee, which he said must be delivered with the highest level of professionalism.
The establishment of this committee is to properly reflect the core values that define our organization: responsibility, integrity, and care necessary to drive a proactive, healthy, and safe culture. Expectedly, you all will be instrumental in identifying and addressing potential risks, enhancing health standards, and promoting environmental responsibility within our workplace.
Engineer Abdulaziz, however, urged the committee members to be innovative in dealing with the cardinal issues towards achieving the desired goals.
As you are entrusted with this important journey with your inauguration, I want to emphasize that the committee must find ways of deepening our approach to health, safety, and environmental management. It must go beyond merely adhering to the legal requirements to building a culture where safety is integrated into everything we do, from our offices to the field, from our daily operations to our interactions with the wider community, especially those that host our power installations. To ensure that the health, safety, and environmental aspect of our workplace become a culture, a way of life that will endure, I charge the new Health, Safety, and Environmental Committee with the following key responsibilities: investigating and resolving safety concerns raised by employees, developing, reviewing, and enforcing policies and procedures to uphold safety standards, organizing training and awareness program to foster a safety-conscious, productive workforce, implementing actionable recommendations from incident investigations to prevent reoccurrence, encouraging active employee participation in safety-related decisions. I hereby formally inaugurate the Health, Safety and Environmental Committee of TCN, and I wish the committee great success in accomplishing the tasks for which it is set up. Congratulations and thank you.
The General Manager, Health, Safety and Environment at TCN, Engineer Ahmed Rufai, presented an overview of the focal points for the Health, Safety and Environment Committee in line with the existing Health, Safety and Environment Policy.
What it entails is, first of all, you need to have your policy document, followed by the organization, which TCN has its organization, and then there need to be plannings for every department, like the HSC need to have work plan for the year, which will spell out what it needs to do. And then that plan, after the planning, then you need to try to implement the plans. Then upon implementing the plans, then you'll measure to see if the plans are effective or not. If they are not, then you'll need to review them. So these are the things that this committee needs to do. We're very happy today that the MD has inaugurated this committee. And we really pray that each and every one of us here will support the committee to see that we move TCN forward. Because what the committee does is not just to improve the health, safety and environment, but it improves the company as a whole.
This is a practical commitment from the management of TCN to improve the priority it gives to human capital, and it has the backing of the Executive Director, Human Resources and Corporate Services at TCN, Mrs. Abiodun Afolabi.
This is a very important milestone in TCN. Like I tell people every time, I've spent 31 years at the company and I've never seen such. We all know what HSE stands for: protecting our staff, preserving the lives of everybody, and letting everybody know the awareness that we have HSE department and that culture of safety for all, having a conducive working environment, and be in charge of the welfare of staff.
Productive strategies of corporate organizations are often effective for passionate leadership. Keeping to this practice, the management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) has recorded significant progress in the implementation of a transmission project at Umuahara in Ebonyi State.
Leading the team from the TCN Enugu region is the General Manager, Transmission of Enugu region, Dr. Thomas Enugonum. The TCN team also inspected the ongoing structural works at the project site, which will house the control room of the 330-132-33 kV transmission substation once it is completed.
It is expected that we should have a 2x150 MVA here, which we still have it. But tentatively, we have a request made by the state government that they needed to feed power to their new airport which they built. It is completed, so it is power that is being expected. So there was an initiative made by the governor for us to get a Mobitra, which was promised to him a long time ago. Thank God that is what is standing behind us today. TCN has lived up to their their promise. So the MD said we should take this particular Mobitra to Umoga to serve that purpose that the governor wants. Okay. So that is why you see the mobile transformer sitting here. And we're grading here to ensure we have a clean station that we have to have groutings, that is chippings, right through to make it clean.
Dr. Inugon also noted more work that will be done at the project site.
We're fencing it because it's not supposed to be 2 by 150. So it's an internal fencing to demarcate it from the main 330. It's a mobile transformer. You know, the word mobile is that it can move anytime. So, but being that it is here, we need to secure it. At the same time, the uncompleted house, which is being completed by the state government, is to act as a control room, stopgap measure. So that control room, from there we will monitor the Mobitra. The operators will be there. The TSP maintenance crew will equally be there. So it is a stopgap measure for maintenance and operation.
The capacity of the mobile transformer is 28 by 40 MVA 13233 kV and is capable of feeding the airport, Aeronautic University, and the Umuara environs.
The Power Circuit will be right here with you after this break.
Did you know that our high-tension transmission cables are built to withstand high temperatures except artificially induced ones such as fire? Did you know that burning bush or refuse dumped by TCN's transmission tower base or along the transmission line's right-of-way is an offence? Did you know that the fire can cause high-tension transmission lines to snap and fall to the ground, electrocuting living things within the line radius? Did you know that extreme fire can cause the legs of transmission towers to buckle, and that buckling of the main frame of a tower will lead to its collapse and may even pull down other towers along that transmission line's route, causing untold damage to the line? Now that you know, TCN is calling all citizens of Nigeria to please desist from destroying our collective national investment. Be careful. Do not set fire on trash or burn bush beside transmission towers or under electricity lines nationwide. Help us preserve the transmission grid and save the nation from blackout.
TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The Rules Working Group of the Nigerian electricity supply industry, a group of industry experts constituted by the market operator in line with the market rules, has concluded its 3-year tenure. It also held a meeting to harmonize operational procedures to improve the efficiency of the Nigerian electricity market. Let's bring to you the sights and sounds of the 5-day meeting held in Enugu, the capital of Enugu State.
The group, whose mandate is to constructively review and update the existing market rules and market procedures, ensured it finalized the market procedures harmonization during the meeting. This is with the aim of improving efficiency in the Nigerian electricity market. According to the chairman of the Rules Working Group of the Nigerian electricity supply industry, Professor Stephen Ogaji, who spoke about the milestones during the members' tenure, said the reviewed documents are to be submitted to the market operator for further action before the implementation will begin in the Nigerian electricity supply industry, NESI.
It has been an exciting privilege to work with stakeholders in the NESI, particularly with the different segments of the power sector, the transmission, distribution, generation, as well as the collaborators like the system operator, market operator, and the regulator of the sector. Fortunately, we were able to have about 6 meetings out of the possible 12, but within those 6 meetings and the sitting around meeting, we have been able to close out quite a number of procedures for the market, the NESI, which we believe will drive the NESI and close any gaps in the market rules going forward.
He confidently noted that the mandate given to the working group has been achieved, especially with the inclusion of the variable renewable energy in the market rules as the drive for renewable energy integration in the national grid deepens.
Absolutely. I mean, with the market rules now, you have things that we have included that looks at the variable energy that will come in from solar, renewables. It was not there before. We have prepared that. We have prepared procedures for generation adequacy. We have prepared procedures that will enable, for instance, the guidelines that will help to engage auditors for the market operator and the system operator, which is a very critical arm of the NESI. And quite a number of other procedures have been prepared, which we can provide all the details. But I can beat my chest, yes, and say this group, which is the second in the series, have achieved quite a lot.
The Secretary of the Rules Working Group, Mr. Okala Uche, noted the mandate given to the group.
When the group started, we look at, even from our own business rules that governs us, we reformed it to be more efficient. We will now look at the market rules. We have pointed areas that will require amendment. But while we started in 2002. While along the line, we had the 2003 Electricity Act, now which necessitated we should have a more review. We have looked at it and pointed areas in the electricity market that has affected the market rules, and that is our job. So we have put it together. So those changes that we have gotten from as a result of the review of the Electricity Act vis-a-vis the market rules, we have pointed it out for a holistic review of the market rules.
The participants recognized their role in ensuring that there are sound rule-based documents that the market operator will work with, said Roland Luindi, a member of the Rules Working Group from the Power Generation section of NESI.
The Rules Working Group is making a lot of progress. As you are aware, this market is actually in a stage where we are migrating from a single buyer model to a bilateral market. And the Rules Working Group is actually looking ahead and sharpening and preparing rules for the smooth operation of the bilateral market. So in my view, the work being done by the Rules Working Group is indispensable.
For the reviewed documents and procedure, the head of the Rules Working Group, Professor Ogaji, believes it has significant impact for the Nigerian power sector.
You may want to know more about the modest yet impactful results of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, so far. These developmental and grid-improving actions span power transmission substation upgrades, the construction of new ones, and the delivery of power transmission lines. The company, improving to be a center of excellence, is at the forefront of accelerated adoption of information and communication technology, artificial intelligence-based innovations, and the application of the Internet of Things in its operations. Get to hear more from the management of TCN on these feats.
The transmission status report was presented accordingly by the Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider at TCN, Engineer Oluwagbenga Ajiboye, on behalf of the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, at a Power Sector Working Group session in Abuja.
Some of the ongoing activities in TCN include the IGR, the LGN-funded project, the donor-funded, the SLA, the establishment of independent system operator of the national. So if you look at the IGR FG-funded project, these are the total. We are talking of about 1 trillion presently, They are divided into sections. That is substation project. The number of ongoing about 66, the lines 51, the rehabilitation stroke reinforcement of substation about 12. Total of this project are about 129. If we concluded them, it will have about 25,528 megawatts.
There are a number of power transmission line projects that have encumbrances as a result of right-of-way and funding issues.
These are the level of the work we have done. Just with the level of the work we have done, some we are no longer working there because we don't have access, either right-of-way, we are having problem funding it. Even the project, if you fund the right-of-way, do you have the material to do it because the funding is not coming?
Aside from the donor-funded power transmission projects, the management of TCN is also delivering projects based on the ongoing service level agreement between the company and operators in the distribution section.
This project in particular was conceived by the regulator to ease the constraint between the TCN and DISCO, and it was financed, it's being financed by CBN.
Through innovative thoughts, TCN is rehabilitating existing substations and transmission lines while delivering the new power projects.
We come with another novel idea of doing the conducting of the line without a conductor that can with twice the power instead of doing another line entirely. So we have some conductor we are now using that are our new conductor that we are using for the conducting of the old lines, so that we can take more power to the low center, because you know it's difficult to construct line in the low center now. We are trying to utilize what we have already for reinforcement. Rehabilitation of old substation, replacement to aged equipment, upgrading them if it's 60 MVA, and we believe we can still have capacity there to use 100 MVA, we put it there. We change 150 MVA to 300 MVA by changing the line and all those accessories. Proactive maintenance such as trace clearing to reduce tripping, procurement spare, so that we can quickly meet our need during maintenance.
With this being said by the management of TCN, there are a host of other actions and innovative deliverables in terms of administrative reforms and adoption of cutting-edge technology, among others. All these are to ensure that the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, delivers bulk electricity to Nigerians in the most efficient and effective manner. As we close, here are the headlines again. We started by bringing you a report on the commitment of TCN in prioritizing human capital growth as it inaugurates a new Health, Safety and Environment Committee. We told you that the Rules Working Group harmonizes procedures for Nigeria's electricity market efficiency. The management of TCN has recorded progress on the Umuahara transmission substation project in Ebonyi State. And in this edition, a status report showed that TCN is investing in critical areas to improve the Nigerian power transmission system. Please continue to do your best in guarding against vandalism of power transmission lines, towers and substations in your locality. On the part of the management of TCN, it is working round the clock to always improve bulk power evacuation for national development. Keep a date with us next week. I am Amara Agogesi and I say thank you.